Teams up with the Afghanis.
That's the third one. I haven't seen that one, actually. It got to a point where I'm like, all right. At that point, we were being barraged with these movies. There was literally hundreds of them. It felt like hundreds of them coming at us.
It's like,
and I was kind of over it. I mean, that's the thing, too. Like, I was trying to explain to someone who's younger than me, who was seeing the movie for the first time. I was like, everything is about also not just the creative package, but the point in time in which the creative package hits you. And at that point, we had not seen this scenario that I can remember. This is the first, it may have been done, but it wasn't sort of a household recipe. So when Rambo shows up, we were like, what? Yeah. This dude is going AWOL on these guys, and he's going to let it rip. He's going to let these cops have it. Like, you know, and again, of course, as soon as this one was a success, well, that was every studio started clamoring for scripts and books and, you know, actors, and everyone under the sun was in some version of this. It seemed like, you know, I can't tell you how many movies I had seen and thought not much of until I heard Milius explain why they were great. And you would hear like almost like this Shakespearean orator talk about things, The Wild Bunch being one, or how Kurosawa's work was taken by George Lucas for Star Wars, and he would talk about like Hidden Fortress, and you would go back and you rent the movie, even though you'd seen it at some point. I'd seen The Wild Bunch as a kid, and you'd be like, wow. The Train with Frankenheimer. You know, I remember talking about The Train with him, and you would suddenly like go back, and it was almost like watching the movie for the first time with like an inside additional sort of like commentary track playing everything you needed to know about it and why it. Sometimes when an expert filmmaker explains why something is fantastic, it goes far beyond what my vision of a thing is, because I don't always know. I watch something for what it is, but when he stops and says, "This is the moment you have to look for," and why is this amazing, and you know, there's moments like that where contributors just add so much to the experience and just unlock these possibilities for these. Man,
I can't tell you the last time I watched Citizen Kane.
I can tell you why I haven't seen it in a while, but I don't want to piss off its fans. I just don't get it. Like, again, well, that was a movie that Milius never bothered to talk about. Nicholas Meyer, director of Wrath of Khan, loves that movie. And he would always talk about it in studio with us about why he loves it. But I'm like, he's an unlikable guy. I mean, I love the technical side of how it's done, but there's nothing about that character that I really care to follow. I'm not really.
I had a same reaction to The Third Man.
I can see why, actually.
Beautifully shot. I'm finding myself now watching some things, and there'll be something that is so painfully obvious that I think I'm being tricked, because there's got to be some sort of a twist coming. And The Third Man, and I had to buy it. It was cheaper to buy on Apple than it was to rent. So I went, what the heck? I've heard, you know, like just the third man. And it was like the original noir and blah, blah, blah. Beautifully shot. The stuff in the underground, beautifully shot. But I remember getting like near the end going, is that it? Like, it was him. Oh, like, okay. Like, what? It just did not add up to me.
it's the one thing I remember hearing about The Third Man was someone going on and on and on about Orson Welles' entrance into the movie and how they refer to him, and you don't see him until he suddenly steps out of the shadows. Like, and I guess in its day, that was a big moment. I just felt like we had seen so much sense that by the time I revisited it, it didn't have the impact on me that this guy tried to convey that it had. And I think that happens with a lot of these movies. Like I think that's the case with First Blood. I think when we saw First Blood, we were like, "What?" But now that recipe of someone going rogue has literally been applied and reapplied thousands of times that I think it's hard to sort of convey what our experience was seeing it for the first time and being like, this guy's gonna do what? He's
Well,
machine gunning a sheriff station,
and,
you know?
and I think, yet again, like we've seen it so many times, but even the cars are not Hollywood,
Hmm.
uh, and there's grit. You can like taste the grit on the screen, which I
Right.
think now it would be. I don't know. Are they gonna? Would they get someone? It's would they get? I don't know. I don't know who they would go to, but it seems to me now it's a lot of like Captain America casting, and it's just like, no, this one was dark and gritty, and uh, yeah, not Hollywooded. Hollywooded it up.
No, no, it's a dirty movie. The guys are dirty in it, and I think that's part of why it works so well. Is not once watching it am I taken out of it with like a Hollywood moment.
Yeah.
Um,
Hi there, everybody. Voice actor Roger Craig Smith here to talk to you about NMOSD. It can paralyze you, it can blind you, it can even kill you in a matter of minutes, but we are very close to a cure. And with that cure could come a cure for cancer. So please go to the Guthrie Jackson Foundation and donate today. Appreciate it.